Hi, welcome to Magic Nifties.
Hi, welcome to Magic Nifties.
Willkommen zu Magic Nifties.
Velkommen til Magic Nifties.
This video is not financial advice. Hi, welcome to my first video in a series on how I'm using ChatGPT AI to flip NFTs. Now, if I stumble upon an alternative AI software, I might be covering that as well. Now, NFTs are basically just unique digital art, collectibles, or other type of digital media. And one way people are using those NFTs is by selling and buying them just like physical collectibles. And this method is known as flipping NFTs. Now keep in mind that the AI is not perfect and many factors can play in and changing in the course of your investment. And hence there's no 100% certainty of a win. Now I've been flipping NFTs since 2021, like in April 2021. And now I want to see like really if this ChatGPT tool can actually help me flip NFTs. Life will be so much greater. So I'm really looking forward to testing it and see what capabilities it has. Although it does have some limitations, we'll try to see how it can help us, because all the help we can get in flipping NFTs will be a big help. So yeah. And also I want to say that I did make my own collection, NFT collection in April 21. So it was early April, and it was before the Bored Ape Yacht Club launched their collection. So yeah, I've been in the game for quite a while now, although 2 years might not be a long time in NFTs, it is. So I'm really looking forward to see how it is we can use this tool. So yeah, let's just get started. So let's see. Can you show me a chart of the price of ETH over the last 7 days? Meh. I'm sorry, but they don't display charts or provide real-time price information or any asset, as I'm a text-based language model and I do not have access to the internet or real-time data. So it doesn't have access to the internet, so we can't base our information on real time. So we have to see, okay, what's over a longer period. Yeah. However, you can find up-to-date price information on ETH and other cryptocurrencies or via to online exchanges, blah, blah, blah. Fluctuation, okay. So that's not possible. So we know the limitations is only text-based. So next question. Can you help me flip NFTs? Sure, I can provide some general information about NFT flipping, blah, blah, blah. However, it's important to note the blah, 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 price for NFTs fluctuating significantly. Research the market, to this, to that. So those are basically just general tips for flipping NFTs. So let's be more specific next time we ask. Consider the artist and the creator, and that's of course one of the most important things about NFTs is like who created it and what are the actual how likely is it that it will rise in price and not just be a influencer or something that just pumps and dumps the actual NFT collection. So next question. Can you help me? Can you help me build software to buy NFTs? Sure, I can provide some general information about building software to buy NFTs. To build software that can purchase NFTs, you'll need to do the following: research NFT marketplaces, set up a wallet. I think we'll be using Etherscan instead of the online platforms. Of course, we'll be using the Ethereum and OpenSea to buy and sell, and we'll not be looking at these at the moment. Integrate the NFT marketplace API. So we'll need some API for Etherscan. And we might also need the API for OpenSea, but let's see if we can do it from OpenSea, from Etherscan first. So is he implementing and purchasing functionality? Once you've integrated the NFT marketplace API, you will need to implement the functionality to search and purchase NFTs. This will involve writing code to search for NFTs based on various criteria, price and blah blah blah. Okay, okay. So let's go to Etherscan and yeah, let's just help me get an API for Etherscan IO. It will provide me with a specific link that we can use to set up an account, and then yeah, and then just start building from there. Register for an API key, Etherscan IO APIs. Choose the API for which to use Etherscan IO. I'll be skipping some of these steps, and I'll write them in the comments below, so it won't take so long. Yeah, and then just skip ahead from this technical. Hi. So just a quick sponsored commercial here. NordVPN is used to hide your identity online. You need it when you're buying, selling crypto, when you're trading NFTs. It's keeping you your identity secret. So yeah, they have special deal right now. So just go through the link below and visit the website. Just take a look and see if you're interested. Thanks a lot. I've gone to Etherscan IO and I've acquired an API key. Also, I've made an account on Post Manager so we can make the HTTP requests. So let's continue from here. So yeah, the next step is to go into we'll call it OpenSea and find the contract ID. So let's see if we want to find something for other deed. Let's find just one random item. Go into the item activity, sorry, the details and the contract address. And from here we'll find the contract. And then we'll try to make some requests on that contract. So copy it and say, okay, I have a contract ID for NFT project on OpenSea. How do I make the HTTP request? Let's make an HTTP request for the OpenSea API to retrieve data about. Oh, it's asking about the OpenSea API, not FBI. To retrieve data about the specific non-fungible token contract, we need to do the following: determine the endpoint of the API request. API request, blah blah blah. Contract ID. Replace the placeholder for this and this. Okay, so we need to be more specific and say, okay, it's for Etherscan. I have the following API contract ID for Etherscan. Wow. Etherscan IO. Help me make a HTTP request. Bam. Let's make HTTP requests out to Etherscan to retrieve the contract. You need to do the following: determine the endpoint of the API request. The Etherscan API has a number of different endpoints. So contract, action, get API. Let's see what this is about. Replace the placeholder. This is the placeholder. In the endpoint with the contract address and the endpoint URL, you need to replace the placeholder this, and the actual address, the contract address of the Ethereum contract you will need to retrieve the data for. In this case, the contract ID is this. To make a HTTP request, you make the HTTP request using any programming language or tool that support HTTP requests such as curl, Python, or JavaScript. You will need to use the GET method and specify the endpoint URL to create you created in step 2. As the target of the request, handle the API response. You need to make the API request. You will need to receive you will receive a response in the form of JSON object. Alright, so JSON is a file object that's used to transfer data over the internet. You need to pass a JSON object and extract the data you're interested in. It's important to note that the Etherscan API requires an API key for authentication. You will need to include your API key in the request URL as the value of your API key. So we did have that, didn't we? Where did we have it? API module contract. Yeah, I'll just have to look at that. You will need to include the API key in the request URL as the value of the API key parameter in order to make the successful request. You will find more information about how to use the Etherscan API in the API documentation on the Etherscan website. Alright, so I'll just look into that and I'll come right back. So I've asked, what are the best strategies for flipping NFTs? And here's the result. Research the market, build a network, buy low and sell high. That's probably the most important one. I mean, you have to buy it when it's diving and not when it's rising too much, right? Because when it's going upwards, you're already too late. So okay, diversify your portfolio. Never put all your money in one NFT collection. Make sure you have different NFT collections because some of them can be hyped at different moments. So at one time they might be standing still for a long time, and you don't want your money just to stand still. If you can, preferably see if you can flip them within 24 hours. So make sure you buy them and then make sure you can sell them again for a reasonable price and profit from it. So you don't have to hold too long. So yeah, keep an eye on the news, and that's also very important on NFTs, that you just go into the Discord channels and see what's going on, look at the announcements, see what people are talking about, because that will tell you a lot about the price on the actual NFT collection. So yeah, that was the first question. So let's see what else we can come up with. What the best strategy? So having traded a lot of NFTs, I know that having tools is very important. So let's ask, what are the best tools for flipping NFTs? NFT marketplaces. Some popular NFT marketplaces include OpenSea, cryptocurrency exchanges. That's not what I'm looking for. NFT portfolio tracking apps. Might be having apps that you can track their NFTs. No. NFT analytics platform. Now that might be something we can be looking into. There are several platforms that offer in-depth analytics and insights on the into the NFT market, such as non-fungible and DApp. These tools can be helpful for researching the potential value of different NFTs and making informed decisions about when to buy or sell. Definitely one of those we'll want to look into. Social media groups such as social media groups and forums. Joining NFT-specific social media groups and forums can be very useful to stay up to date and on the latest trends and opportunities in the NFT market. Those groups can also provide valuable insights and advice from other experienced NFT collectors and investors. That's exactly what we were talking about here. We were talking about staying up to date and being in those Discord channels. So let's try to be more specific. Okay, so for now we can't get real-time data on these queries, so we can't find a specific NFT project that we can start flipping today. So what we'll do instead is trying to find some tools, software, web pages that can actually help us get access to those NFTs that's flippable. So I've asked here, what are the best tools for flipping NFTs on OpenSea? I've tried to be as specific as possible. It's still giving me a very broad answer, but let's look into it. First of all, OpenSea API. It allows you to programmatically access and interact with the OpenSea marketplace, just like we're trying to do with Etherscan. Okay, number 2, you can use it to retrieve information about NFTs, create and list NFTs for sale, and make purchases. So we're trying to do this, but we're just halting for now and just trying to make just curious instead and trying to see if you can find some flipping tools. Okay, number 2, OpenSea browser extension. I didn't even know the OpenSea had a browser extension, but of course they do. The OpenSea browser extension allows you to interact with the OpenSea marketplace directly from your web browser. You can use it to view NFTs, make purchases, and manage your collection. Ethereum wallet. You need an Ethereum wallet to hold and manage your NFTs as well as make purchases on OpenSea marketplace. There are many options available, including software wallets like MetaMask and hardware wallets like Ledger Nano. Alright, so definitely those you need to have. But that's not the tools I'm looking for. I'm looking for the tools to flip NFTs, not just to, NFTs in general. Okay, NFT tracking tools. The number of tools available for that allows you to track the performance of NFTs and get alerts when certain conditions are met. For example, you could use a tool like Nifty Gateway to get notifications when particular NFT you're interested in becomes available for sale. That's one of the things we'd like to do, look into, right? The notifications part on Nifty Gateway. Portfolio management tools. There are tools that are available that allow you to manage and track your NFT portfolio. These tools can help you keep track of your holdings and see how your investments are performing. That's not like right now we need to flip it, but there's like overall in general keeping track of your how it's going. So let's look at the NFT tracking tools. If we copy this one and say what are the best NFT tracking tools on the Ethereum blockchain. Let's see what answer will provide us with. There are several NFT tracking tools available on the Ethereum blockchain that may be helpful for tracking and managing your NFT portfolio. OpenSea, Etherscan. That's not the tracking tool, is it? Non-fungible. CryptoArt.io. Includes collection managed futures. Okay, so that's not precisely. I might not have asked the correct question here. Let's see. You can just track the movement of NFTs. How they're performing. CryptoArt is a platform for tracking and performance of digital art. NFTs provide data on the prices and sales of NFTs, as well as information on the artists and collectors involved. Nifty Gateway, the same one that was mentioned up here, right? Yeah, Nifty Gateway. Remember, always do your own research. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Alright, we're not getting any answers here, so what else can we I keep trying to ask different questions, but it keeps telling me that it can't really help me. In broad general, like with specific NFTs, it can't help me. It can only help me like find some tools using APIs, which is also great, and I might go into that later on. But right now I was just trying to fix to find a quick fix to buy and flip NFTs. I think I'll end the video here, and I'll keep thinking of other questions to ask it, but as long as it's not able to go on the internet because it has limitations, we just say, okay, it's not possible to find specific flips for us. So let's end the video here, and I'll keep working on the project to actually make some software to use to find cheap NFTs and flipping them. I will, of course, make the videos public when time comes. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and yeah, if you find the videos helpful, make sure to give it a like. I know it's been a long video, and I was trying to keep it focused, but time just runs out. Okay, well, thanks a lot, and give it a like. Bye.